Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm of course your host, Droodles, Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about this Tier 10 American autoloading heavy tank, the M-VI-Yoh. Now, it's very rare for the newest vehicle to be added to the game to be the most popular and most played in Tier 10. But funny enough, this dual-shot beast is the second most popular tank, or most played in the game, with 14,966 battles played. And what's even more incredible than that is this tank clearly has not been out for 90 days. And what that means is all of these other statistics here have been gathered from the past 90 days, where this tank, it's been out for maybe 2 months. So yeah, this tank's actually got even more players if you were to add up another 30 days or so. An incredibly popular tank. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the vehicle, what makes it such a strong tank, which it's the dual shot gun. I started off thinking that the 3-shell 105mm was going to be better. And while it still does have a lot of scenarios where it can easily carry a game where the dual shot would not have been able to, I just think that this gun makes it a lot easier to get out damage. You're dealing 900 in a matter of 1.71 seconds after the first shell. That is incredibly deadly, and that is what makes this tank such a menace on the battlefield. It's basically an FE2 and 5B 183 with better accuracy, way more armor, a huge chunk of hit points, and as well a turret that fully traverses with 10 degrees of gun depression. I don't think I can get any better than that. And that definitely speaks true for the statistics of this vehicle as well. Sitting at 55.12% win rate and 2,500 damage on average, that means that the only other vehicle that is just as high is the VK90 and as well the AMX M4 MLE54. This one at 56%. However, its average damage is lower. And same for the VK90 at 55%, but the average damage is also lower, meaning that statistically people are getting more damage out in the M-VI-Yoh than two of the strongest Tier 10 premium tanks. That is what I call incredible. One thing I do find odd about this vehicle is that a lot of people try to pin on it that it has bad damage per minute if you're running the dual shots gun. It's sitting at around 2,496 base, but if you were to compare that to a T110E5, you're sitting at around 2,617. And of course, after the nerf that this vehicle is going to be receiving in the next update, it's actually going to be sitting at worse damage per minute than the M-VI-Yoh. Yeah, that's right. This vehicle has actually really solid DPM for a Tier 10 heavy tank. So I don't know why people always try to pin that certain vehicles have bad damage per minute, like at Tier 9 the Kampfpanzer, as it actually is more than most of the other German Tier 9 counterparts. But it's just something that I guess people like to do. When you compare a heavy tank to like a WZ-113, obviously everything else is not going to have a crazy amount. But overall, I actually think the M-VI-Yoh is pretty solid damage per minute. So let's see what it's capable of doing. Now, another thing I would like to add in this video is that I do see this tank being nerfed quite substantially in the future of World of Tanks. Obviously, as we did just go over these statistics, you saw that the tank is performing at the cream of the crop, which means that probably Wargaming isn't going to let that last for too long, especially after they are nerfing all the other Tier 10 heavies. I just can't imagine that they're going to let this one slide by. I have a feeling either next update or in the very foreseeable future, this tank will also be receiving a slap on the wrist. So what do we got here? Well, we got the Jagdpanzer Mighty off to the front, who lost quite a chunky hit point pool there. We got the E100. There's a lot of tanks in their team, and obviously I gotta be a little bit worried. But there is the Klandong. There's one shell into the Kron. There's two. But unfortunately, the Object 704 was able to go right through my... I don't actually know where he went through, I'm gonna be honest. No clue. Oh, no? Nah, I actually don't know. But either way, we lost a pretty chunky bit of hit points there. Over 1,000. Not great. Not great at all. That is the bad part about this tank, as I did say, is the armor, while it's okay, it's nothing impressive. It's not going to get the most bounces, and that's obviously nothing to dream about. Ooh, that's a T57 heavy. We're going to stick those cupolas up, and we're going to back up again. I don't know what my T30 was doing. These are what teams do in the morning. Big skills, I guess. And our 5.8 came back from going to the other side, but you know what? It's fine. We got our clip reloading here. 5 more seconds left, and then we're able to get out some nasty damage numbers here. There's the T57 heavy, and maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to get some shots in. We also got the Grandong Nord, but let's go for one shell into the side of the Jagdpanzer, and let's go for one into the T-57 Heavy. There we go. That is 900 damage. Sure, it was on 2 different opponents, but still, that is so quick it's able to dump out that damage. You really don't realize that you've dumped out 900. There we go, another 5 seconds left, and we're ready to dump out a little bit more. There is the Object 704 spotted in the back of the map. Let's go for one shell. Okay, maybe not. There's a tap. I'll take it. Thank you. 424. Obviously, I always want to clear the tank destroyers on the enemy team. Tank destroyers are usually the deadliest of opponents because, yeah, they hurt quite a bit most of the time. So, what am I going to do in this exact moment? Well, we got the Waffenträger, but I was going to go for that guy until I realized that my Waffle is going for that player. So, in this time right now, I'm not going to go for that Waffle. We're just going to push on forwards. I'm not sure if that 62A is going to be able to get any shells in, but, oof, yeah, that guy, he's not enjoying life all too much anymore. We got the T-57 Heavy still off to the front line. There's one shell into the 57, and there's 2. 807 hit points later. That guy clearly did not enjoy the ride that I gave him. We're probably over 3,000 damage now. In fact, actually, I have no clue. The banner is normally supposed to tell me, but it just didn't tell me much. Another 5 seconds or so, and we will have another 2 shells ready to dump into more opponents. So let's see if we can do just that. There's the Object 704. There's 1 shell, and there's 2. 965. 4,460 damage dealt. And there goes the entirety of the 704. Again, that's what dual shot capabilities of this tank are able to do. It's actually nasty how much damage you can dump out. We got 4 more seconds left, and then we're going to do it to this poor E100. And here we go. We're going to push forwards, hopefully penning both of these shells. So there's the Kron, goodbye Mr. Kron, and then there's the E100, which we got another easy penetration into. So there we go, about 4,900 damage dealt in the first game. It was kind of a walk in the park. Apart from that first shell that kind of let me realize, okay, they got tank destroyers in the back, gotta be a little bit worried. Apart from that, we dealt 4,900 damage. Like, that's quite a chunk of damage. 13 shots fired, 13 shots penned. But I think we did hit the track wheel of that 704 with one of them, so I don't know if that's 100% true there, Wargaming. Either way, first game showed just what the tank is capable of doing. So let's go into one more here. But yeah, I would highly suggest for anybody, the issue here, and the thing that I am a little worried about, is when I suggest to go for a line that is extremely doing well statistically, what usually ends up happening is it'll take somebody a month that's free to play to grind it, they'll get the tank, they'll be like, wow, it's amazing, and then a week later it'll be nerfed, and it's happened many, many times. That's one of the reasons why I don't always say instantly grind an extremely strong performing vehicle, is because usually those types of tanks are nerfed. But I'm just gonna skip until we load into a battle because this is taking way too long. Here we go into the second game. We are on Vineyards, a very solid map. The nice thing about the Yoh is there's really no map that it can't work on. It's got gun depression, and that is the most important thing. Out of basically any heavy tank is gun depression. If you don't have gun depression, you just can't work certain maps. This tank can work basically every map. It's got enough mobility to get into position. It's got enough armor to bounce a couple shells here and there. And as well, it's got a gun that puts a hurt on the enemy team. So here we go. Let's push into position. We've got the IS-7 Grandong, T-62A, and a T-57 Heavy. So quite deadly tanks that aren't tank destroyers at least. Now TDs are very deadly because this tank does not outspot them, of course. And because it's got such a weak turret on the sides, a lot of the tank is actually very easy to penetrate, can be quite easy to take out in the long run. Now there's the Grandong, and he's obviously playing his tank right in the spot that I hate for him to go, because that makes it a very tricky scenario for me to fight. I'm actually going to wedge the turret up that way. Oh, we are spotted though. Now if I'm detected, I'm most likely expecting, oh, not tanks to be there. Okay, let's get 1 shot into that grill and 2 shots. There you go. 884 hit points, and that is half of the entirety grill hit point pool gone. Like, that's, again, incredible. I don't understand why they came up with the idea of this tank. But you know what? We're still gonna keep on playing it. Let's see. So we were detected last time. Sorry about that voice crack there. Very early in the mornings, I did say. There's 1 shot into the IS-7. Very surprised he actually hit that. Where did he pen? What? What? Somebody explained to me in the comments how that possibly penned me. I was aiming at him too. Either way, we still took double the hit points off of him that he took off us, so it's a win-win trade either way. We got the T-57 Heavy off to the rear. 3 more seconds before we're able to reload. And here we go. 57 Heavy go 1 and 2. There you go. 811 hit points gone. Easily tracking him because, of course, we do carry a big caliber gun. And there you go. There goes the 57 Heavy. We took off... now, to be fair, that was definitely that guy's fault. I can't really say that the tank did all too much there, but yeah, still... doing pretty solid. There is the Tortoise, and with that Tortoise being right there, let's aim in on his vehicle. There is a 1 penetration for 484, and there's 2 pens, 939 hit points. With that, we're at 3,500 damage. Like, I don't even know what to say. It's just so easy to do well in this. I took half of that guy's hit points off with literally no skill whatsoever. I just kind of went, haha, gun go burr, and then haha, hit points go burr. That was about as much skill and effort that went into that. There's the IS-7, there's 1 shot, and there's 2. There goes 791 off the IS-7, and his battle's over. And now we're reloading again. 14 seconds left, and we're able to do it all over. Bing, bang, boom, and there goes a tier 10. So, I'm sorry, 62, I'm sorry. What the heck is that Conway doing? I don't really know, but you know what, we're gonna see what we can do to the Conway. Come on, buddy, poke it. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That was such a beautiful tap. I really did not expect that to hit. But you know what? Either way, we won. We did again another easy 4,000 damage game, and the Yoh was able to capitalize on that victory. Now, I really have no clue how that shot from the IS-7 managed to pen the turret at that spot. In fact, I'm going to load up Armor Inspector really quickly. Now, let's give the IS-7 the benefit of the doubt, put on calibrated shells, and load premium ammunition. He penned me about here. So... unless he, like, hit this one spot, but I was even fully held down. I guess he hit that. Wow, I did not know the Yoh's turret had that weak spot there, but the more you know. Either way, this is the M-VI-Yoh, an incredibly strong tier 10 heavy tank, a vehicle that will most likely be nerfed in the foreseeable future. As you can see here, that damage we dealt was 4,873, and quite an easy victory. Literally a walk in the park. Half the hit points off the grill right in the beginning of the game. Half the hit points off the Tortoise. Half the hit points off of a lot of tanks on their team. And that's just what this tank is capable of doing. So, for people that have this tank, which seems to be a lot of you, I would highly suggest to play it and enjoy it before Wargaming does do something about it. For people that want this tank, if you want it bad, I would highly suggest to grind it now before it does get nerfed. Hopefully, all of you enjoyed today's video. If you would like to see more like it and more fun videos like this on other incredibly strong vehicles with unique attributes going for them, let me know in the comments down below. But other than that, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye!